I heard you have the #2 album on iTunes right now.
Yeah. Everything is going extremely well. I'm extremely happy. I guess fucking people love weed smoking music. Plus, it was 420, so I think it kind of combined it perfectly and shit.
Okay, and this album is completely independent.
Yeah, it's independent. But I will say we are making powerful moves, and we are going to continue to grow. We've made I think a lot of progress this year. We've made songs with Bun B, with Nipsey Hussle, and I'm very proud of those songs. I think they're gonna go a long way. Also, I got a song called Goons. It's produced by Hit Boy. I think that shit's popping.
Yeah, I mean, why did you decide to go more? You could say I mean, it's not really mainstream, but more outside of like your core thing to get
Yeah.
artists that are like Bun B from Houston and stuff like that.
Well, I look at it like if I'm gonna make a certain song that has a sound from a certain city, I should just fuck with someone that's legendary in that city. I mean, that's just my opinion. Why am I gonna get somebody from LA to make a song about Houston? You know what I'm saying? So it was always a dream to me to work with a legend from Houston, and who better than Bun B? So that's why I work with him.
Right.
Plus, right now, at this stage of my career, I feel like this is like a sport to me, and I should display my skill amongst the best players in the game. So that's how we're doing it.
Sure. Now you did a feature on Noisy, and you mentioned that Latino rappers never get cosigns.
I feel that they don't because I feel that maybe it's their decision not to go that route. Like, you just asked me a perfect question, the one before this one, on why I decided to work with other artists, and I think that most Latino artists don't want to work with other artists because they're afraid to maybe come outside of their core fan base. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why, but I think most of the time it's that way, and I just wanted to get out that box, and I just want to show people that, in LA it's nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? And in LA we can coexist, and it's nothing but love to the black homies. You know what I'm saying? And I love that song that Nipsey Hussle just dropped, that Fuck Donald Trump. I think it definitely speaks for my people, and you know what I'm saying, big ups to him and YG for that.
Sure. Now, what exactly did you mean by Latino rappers not ever getting cosigns? Is it because you don't have a lot of established Latino rappers, period? So there's no one to cosign you?
I think there is a lot of established Latino artists.
Rappers, I mean.
Yeah, rappers. I just don't think they get the light they deserve. There is a lot of them, but like I said, they just don't get outside of the box they want to be in, or they don't go outside of that core fan base. I think that's just what it is. I really don't think that it's not that people don't want to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I just think that that's their decision. But now my decision is now to, fuck with these artists and shit, people that I look up to and people that reach out to me. So I think it's time to grow,
Like Latino hip hop has always been kind of interesting because there always seems to be like sort of like a big splash every so often.
Yeah.
So like, well, let's just take it back. You had Kid Frost, right?
Right.
And La Raza came out and it was all over MTV Raps, and people were fucking with it. And then I felt like things went a little quiet, and then Cypress Hill came out and it was boom, another huge splash.
Yeah.
That's not to take away like Lighter Shade of Brown or anyone else like that. I'm just saying like stuff that was impacting on a national, international level. Like Cypress Hill came out and it was like, oh shit, like this is like the next big thing. And then things went a little quiet. Then boom, Big Pun came out. You know what I mean? And that was like the East Coast thing. It was Puerto Rican, but it was still, definitely like he focused on the Latino part of what he did music wise.
Right.
Like, why do you think that you don't consistently keep seeing these big Latino artists?
Because we don't work with each other. I think that if we work with each other, like, can you imagine a Frost with a Big Pun feature? Like, can you imagine? You can't imagine that because I don't think they ever made the attempt to make that, connection. I think that it should have been in Frost's #1 interest to do that, to connect those links. I think that's the whole purpose of being in this game, for you to grow and make the best connections as possible, make the best songs with other artists, and that's what this game is about. It's like, just picture a basketball player or a boxer saying like, I'm the best in the game and I'm not fucking fighting no one, I'm not playing basketball with no one but me.
Right.
or with people from my city. Like, just imagine that. That's ironic. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that we should work a lot more with each other. Like, I don't understand why me and Snow the Product haven't worked together
Right,
yet.
'cause she's Mexican.
Yeah, and if she's watching this, I want her to know that we should work. You know what I'm saying? I work with Cap G already. I've worked with the homie from Houston. I want to work with Lucky, by the way. Before I mention the homie, I want to work with Lucky, GT Garza. Shout out to It's That Boy T. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to all the homies. Like, I feel like once you get in a position of power, you should mention the homies. You should give them shout outs. You should make it more bigger. You should allow other people to grow, even if they grow a lot more than you. I think that should be nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? But us Latino artists, I think we're very territorial. Even though it's kind of contradicting what we represent, because we always want to represent that we're proud of being Mexican, you know what I'm saying, that we got each other's back. But at the same time, and I don't give a fuck who gets offended by this, that unity is not there. You know what I'm saying? It's just not there. And I feel like once they get in a position of power, they just look the other way and they just do their thing. Like, I don't know, it's strange.
Do you think that it sometimes has to do with the street ties?
I don't think it has to do with street ties at
No?
all. No, at all. I don't think so. I just think it's a thing of power. Or I think because no one has took it that far, they think in their mind, I'm the one taking it this far. I want to be the one. But there is no such fucking thing as the one. You know what I'm saying? I think if we just all show each other that love, we would be able to grow. I feel that we're going through what the West Coast went through at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this new West Coast. Look at how beautiful this new West Coast is. You know, Problem and YG and Nipsey, you know, Dom Kennedy, you know what I'm saying? RJ, like, everybody works with each other. The Game, like, that shit is dope. I feel like before, that really wasn't happening, you know what I'm saying? Because for whatever reason, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You had the street ties before. You had, like, these are Crips, these are Bloods. If we run into each other in the studio, we might be okay, but the homies aren't going to get along, and so-and-so shot so-and-so 5 years ago, so it's never going to be okay.
Yeah, but see, I feel like maybe that was their reason, but ours, we don't have that. Like, Snow the Product is not gang related at all. You know what I'm saying? The homies from Houston, they ain't gang related at all. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel that we should definitely link up, and if there's any artists out there who are dope as fuck, I feel like we should get into the studio and figure this shit out.
I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of the idea of Drake, so no disrespect against Drake.
What do you mean by the idea of Drake? What does that mean?
Meaning that if he has a ghostwriter, he's an idea. He's not meaning that it's a perception created that he's not really writing the lyrics, and it's just like here, let's make this in the factory and put it out.
I'm just on top of my game right now, Vlad, and I'm just getting blessed. I'm booked 4 or 5 times a week, 60, 75K a show, man. I'm winning right now, man, and I'm just steady trying to increase my hustle.